Hi, and welcome to Codeweaver Plays Games. So, I am going to do a little bit of Nova Drift, just for a little bit until some food gets here. And then I'll probably switch over to some Skyrim if I have time. I will see how the evening progresses. So, let me see here. I have the audio, it seems to be reasonably set up. I am just going to go and launch Nova Drift and switch over to the gaming cam or gaming panel, wherever it is in OBS. Anyway, all right. That should be coming up. Except this one needs to be expanded because apparently, I don't know, maybe I was playing it in full screen at some point. Actually, that is a very good point now that I come to think of it. Let's shrink that back down. I'm doing this live and on the fly because what I really should be doing is going into my settings and hitting... that's windowed mode. Let's go to full screen mode. There we go. And now let's make that big because the resolution will be better defined. There we go. So, huzzah. I have fixed the small technical glitch, and now let's just have a little fun. So, yeah, I got pizza on the way. Oh, that actually reminds me, I should make sure that I have my phone at the ready. So that I can. Oops. Now I'm going to get echo because. There we go. Let's kill that. Too funny. Comedy of errors as I get things started today, apparently, because I am not focused. Alright, let's do this now. So I've unlocked most things. I'm basically playing on what could be considered sort of the hardest challenge mode currently available, with all the wild mods turned on, or at least the wild mods available. I don't know if there's anything left to unlock through the regular course of play, but got most things unlocked at this point. Let's see, what could we go after today? What am I after? Let's do something a little bit unusual. I haven't done Pulse in a while, so we're going to do the weapon Pulse. And because that requires me to be close to enemies, let's take a shield which capitalizes on that. Except that I'm not going to take the Halo shield primarily because... primarily because I keep taking it. So let's do... I don't know, let's do Siphon. So that drains enemy hull and shields, allowing me to recover my own shields. Okay, let's try that. So it's got a little sort of a pulse action, but it also has those little tendrils, which also do a little damage. I haven't really figured out a good way to sort of capitalize on those. I've seen other drifters do that. Let me see here. I'd like to also not choose the engineer build. I really like the engineer. I like having minions to help me. But let's go with something else today. Let's go with Firefly. This one's kind of fun because it has burning thrusters, which does require me to get close to enemies as well. So that's an interesting combination, maybe. Okay, so we're gonna want. So the volley, basically, I think that affects those little tiny projectiles that pop out. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to rely more on the radius burst. So let's just start getting on with this. Firefly is also a pretty fast build, but to make use of that fire, the fire mechanism, I have to make sure that I fly really close. It's also based on speed, so we're going to go with improved thrusters so that we can really zip around and get the... Although I don't want to turn this into a slam into enemies build, because not really the thing I'm after. So, how do I want to do this? We're going to want to really capitalize on our shields. Blast radius. Non-explosive projectiles deal more damage. Bigger blast radius. Yeah. Alright. That just makes that pulse just a little bit bigger, I think. Okay. Let's go with... Don't really need velocity of weapon, although that does add a little bit of weapon damage. Don't need a directional thing, because that's not what I'm going after. We're going to... Sure, we'll get Warpath. We'll get increased rate of fire as we destroy enemies. That could be conceivably useful. By the way, the singularity going on here. I will not do particularly well with this, but that's why you practice, right? Alright, let's blast a few rocks apart. Alright. We're going to make the blast even bigger. We're going to get this this wild mod, because that will triple up on the next wild mod, which means we can take some serious advantage. An awful lot of collision here, which is a little bit dangerous. But as long as we're doing that sort of thing, let's go with Deadly Wake as well, because that'll leave this trail behind. Ironically, I am getting a lot of fire-based things, even though I said I wasn't gonna do a Halo build, for example. Okay, so that was a little bit scary. Let's race by it, and I'm dead because I just don't know how to fly fast Nova Drift. Okay. That's going to need a lot more practice. Maybe I'll practice that off stream. Really should be able to do that. But if I keep restarting here, it's going to get a little bit more boring than I'd like. What do I want to do? Let's do Vortex, maybe? Yeah, let's try Vortex. I'm a little bit more comfortable with Vortex. So this has a sort of a charge mechanic, and as you fire stuff, it sort of sucks in the nearby enemies. You even just hold it in front of you, at least for a little while, although you do have to be careful because it actually damages you to hold on to it, I think. Okay, let's get... this one isn't quite so close range. What might be good on this? Let's go with Shockwave to drive the enemies back a little bit. Because that'll buy me a little more time when things get tight. Let's go with... I don't know, let's go Sentinel. I don't do this very often, so we'll make this a very shield-focused build, maybe? Maybe. All right. It reverses your knockback and pull directions and increases blast radius. Interesting. So I could actually go for... I could actually go for sort of an inverted... actually, at some point, an inverted shockwave, which actually pulls everything towards me, maybe. Assuming that that's the way that works. All right. In the meantime, let's keep upping the ante here a little bit. Hello there, what build are you aiming for? I don't know. I'm sort of playing it as I go along. I mean, right now I've got a Sentinel body. I'm using Shockwave, so possibly a little bit shield focused. And I'm using Vortex. I honestly don't know where I'm going. I do quite like actually watching people come up with various kinds of so-called canonical builds. Oh, damn. And I keep forgetting that I can't hold on to that forever when I'm distracted by the stream. All right, so much for that. Let's try something new. It's only going to be a short stream this time anyway. I'm going to do a little bit of Skyrim later after food gets here, but I decided I'd do something short and sweet. Speaking of short and sweet, let's go with Weapons Salvo. It's one of my tried and true, and this is now the third game that I've started in rapid succession. So let's find out what I can do with this. Watch a few other streamers who love doing Nova Drift. It's fun to see what they come up with. I can't hold a candle to them, but we'll find out where I'm going. Okay, so let me think about this for a minute. I may do Shockwave again, because if I can drive the enemies back, and that'll give my missiles a better chance to get at them at distance. I like Shockwave. It's a lot of fun. I'm not going to go for Engineer on purpose. Actually, let's go back to doing the Sentinel build now that I come to think of it. This is almost the one I was just doing. Because I don't do Sentinel all that often, but this does seem like it might be interesting to have a highly enhanced Shockwave. Okay. And let's start kind of ramping it up in the shield department. Get that established. Lots of it. Oh, jeez, I am just not having a great time of it today. Okay, so I can get targeting without affecting any of the other properties of the weapon, and it does help a little bit even on the rockets. So let's try that. Because of the nature of the rocket, it's not the rockets being a little bit more random. It's kind of hard to see. Now, I don't want to get guidance just yet, because if ever, because it takes down the total projectile velocity, which isn't really a bad thing here, but it also decreases the rate of fire. But velocity isn't a serious consideration on these, so actually maybe I will get that. I'm going to have enough things increasing my rate of fire that that's not a serious concern for me. So, more importantly, it doesn't affect the weapon size. Or blast radius or any of that. Alright. So, let me see. Efficiency is always pretty basic and good. Oh, I got a couple of them. Now, convergence. This I don't want to get because this is starting to really seriously affect like the rate of fire, total projectile size, velocity. It's the projectile size I'm a little bit worried about that, and I don't need the additional missiles. I'm not really worried about the spread as such. Could I go with Homing Strike? Not really that useful on this build, I find. So, what am I going to go with? Regeneration. Yes, we're going to go with Regeneration and start getting ourselves protected, because apparently I'm having one of those days where I can't fly worth beans. Seriously, it's just embarrassing. Alright. I don't know if I want to go with an ally on this one. I might go with drones at some point, but I'm trying to shy away from the engineer builds. They're very upgrade hungry. Right. I actually don't want any of those. And arguably, no, this is what I want. I definitely want rapid fire. That will replenish my rocket stores, my missile stores. Also radiant shields, totally want that. Do. Do love that pulse. Alright, could go with drones, but I might save it for later. Do I want to go down this route? Gains the ability to dart quickly forward. Power reserves. Actually, I might want to go down to it on power reserves because I'll probably get charged shot. So, alright. Adaptive armor. Definitely want to take that. Because I'm eventually going to start nerfing my shield so that it actually collapses on purpose. So I can get that shockwave burst. It's actually a potentially good reason to get the drones, because then I could throw the shield onto the drones, which is always a bit of a giggle. Alright, whoa, okay. Yep, we're doing okay. Let's not lose that tasty XP. Whoa-ha-ha-ha-ha. Alright. Alright. So, what are we after here? I want to decrease the shield cooldown, but I don't want to increase durability. I actually want to collapse. I'm going to turn it into a secondary weapon. That's so much fun. Perfect. Okay, so next thing up. Not gonna do homing strike. I'm gonna keep the shields wide. Hull strength. Okay. Also, I'm not gonna worry about weaponized shields just yet because I'm not technically like trying to get close to a lot of things. I'm trying to take things out at distance. This is going down the strafe angle. I'm really not too worried about the agility. I actually very rarely take that. I should experiment with builds that actually capitalize on it in some sense. But I'm a creature of habit. It's true. Blast radius, I think. Had a good run a little bit earlier today in this game when I went fairly fire heavy. I did darts and the fire shield. Along with, darn it, I can't remember the name of the mod that basically turns your weapon into a fire hose. It's quite fun to do that with dart. Had an engineer build too, so. But that's in the past. We are where we are right now. So what do I want to do next? Oh, totally grabbing that. Yeah. Although I did see volatile shields there, which is something I'm definitely going to want. Okay. Wow. That's so nice. Alright, now we can keep an eye. Ooh, flash shielding, further improve shield cooldown, but at the cost of maximum shields. That's fine. I want that because I actually want my shields to crap out on me. On purpose. Oh. Alright. Oh yeah, that was nicely timed, thank you. I'll take it. Oh. Bad news bears. Here we go. That's also an extra lot of fun. Boy, I can't fly this Sentinel body to save my life, apparently. Okay, so next up, power reserves, because I'm going to get charged shot, and I might as well grab it now that it's here. And I so rarely get a chance to take it because I'm always focused on other stuff. Even when I have charged shot, I just forget to get there a lot of the time. And it'd be nice to have a situation where I can charge my weapon, but I have less effects on the slowdown of my ship while I'm charging. It's always a serious nuisance. I'm going to have to watch out, though, because that pulse... Uh-oh. This is bad. Okay, where am I? Okay, that's fine. I'm not being given enough of an opportunity to build up. My missile store, which is a bit problematic as they're a little bit anemic right now. Oh, that is so nice. Oh, that shield saved my bacon. Okay, next up, don't want Gemini Protocol. Absorption, you know what? I'm starting to get to the situation where I'm not doing enough damage, so let's focus on that for a minute. Except velocity isn't really what I want. I actually want them to corner a little bit. Velocity doesn't strictly help me. Right now, it does give a minor damage boost, so I'll probably get it eventually. I gotta be careful about getting wild mods because I have Revelation, which is gonna get me 3 wild mods at once, so I gotta be a little bit careful. Agility, Gemini Protocol. Jeez, I'm not getting anything I want here. Juggernaut, no. Volatile shields. Yeah, that's what I want. I'm going to definitely have to get some stuff for increasing my rate of buildup of weapons, because this is just feeling a little rough. Oh, that's not bad, though, if I'm given an opportunity to collect enough of it. Alright, so, Concentrated Blast might be good. Jeez. Skirmish, boosted damage for your next crash. Greatly reduced blast damage, but also greatly... blast radius, but greatly increases blast damage. Yeah, why not? Ooh. Oh, sketchy. Oh, really sketchy. Boy, I am not going to get to Seraph at this rate. Having a moment. All right. All right, so now I'm getting to the point where a reasonable volley of my weapons will take out most of the smaller guys. And actually, the fact that it took out a couple of the cells of him... Geez, I wish I could remember the names of all of the enemies, but they're not visible during the game. Okay, let's go with Rupture. Not great. Most of those impacted on his little satellite shields. What I really should do here is wait until he does this action. I'm gonna sneak in there and I got to take 2 passes at this. My weaponry isn't quite enough to take him out in 1 pass. So I'll have to probably go through at least 1 black hole stage in this guy. Singularity. You know what I mean. Might be able to get him this pass. All right, it's clear that I am just having, I don't know, maybe it's performance anxiety. Pfft, who the hell knows, right? I swear I was having an actual way better Nova Drift session off stream, and now I get on here and I cannot fly worth beans. Oh well, what do you do? This is going to be short anyway. As I said, I'm probably switching over to Skyrim following this. Just needed something short, but I felt like doing it on stream. Alright. Grenade this time. Arbitrarily, let's go with... I don't use warp all that often. Let's give that a go. One could make the perfectly sound argument that the reason I'm not doing so well is I'm choosing builds I don't normally do. And you'd be right. But variety is a spice of life, so. But we're going to go with an engineer build this time. Not going to be able to stare him down. Not going to be able to stare him down. Come on. Thank you. Alright, upgrading. Don't need to cover extra distance just yet. Probably rapid fire. Followed by triple shot. Followed by... blast radius. Oh, that's gonna weird me out. I am totally not used to suddenly reappearing somewhere else on the screen. Oop. You are not getting me this time. I refuse. Alright. Let's try going with... let's go with allies. We're going to go with allies. We're going to go with... I'm going to eventually be using charged shot like I was going to use on that previous playthrough. Or one of my previous playthroughs. I never ended up getting it because I died too darn quick. Come on, come on. Do. Somebody else poking up something in the stream, and I can't look. Try Carrier Omni Shield. Yeah. Well, I will keep that. I will definitely keep that as a Carrier Omni Shield. Yeah, actually. It's not a bad idea. Probably won't do it this round because I've already got a thing going, but good call. I actually do use the carrier every once in a while. It's kind of a neat frame. Nope. Come on. All right. Let's go with bigger booms. Actually, no. I'm going to get the. Oh, there we go. Wow, that didn't take long, did it? Elegant construction. My goodness, I had a lot of upgrades backlogged. First level of targeting is also helpful. Oh, this is going to get a little on the scary side until all this... Alright, there we go. Now things are a hair less frightening. We're going to get my guys to be quite maneuverable. I'm going to get more velocity for my primary weapon. There we go. That's actually not behaving too badly right there. I thought I was dead. Genuinely thought I was dead there. One of the biggest things that definitely happens to me in this game is when I lose just a little bit of focus and suddenly don't know where I am. And it's just terrifying. Come on. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do it in one pass. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, but I did get all of his little internal bullet nubbins out of the way in one go. So that's nice. Alright. This is starting to feel just a little bit less ridiculous. Let's go on to snipe. Also... Yeah, just in case my little guys get destroyed. I want them to come back reasonably quickly, so that'll help that just a little bit. Uh-oh. Alright. Some XP before it vanishes. Oh, geez. Yeah, no, not today. You are not getting me. It is not happening. Well, I mean, eventually today, but... There we go. Slowly getting myself up to the point where I'm actually being semi-useful. So, anyway. No, I think I'm going to go with... I'm just going to go with hull strength on that one. Evasion, so I can keep my guys as alive as possible, because they're going to be doing at least as much damage as I am. One of the reasons I like the engineer build. Get the other guys to do at least some of the work. Was total miss. All right. All right. Keeping an eye on food. Food is not here yet. Okay, so that is adaptive armor causes you to gain armor stacks, which grants damage resistance when you take damage. That's almost always a good thing for me. Absorption is also good. Good defensive strategy there. Okay, you guys take care of him. Where is he popping out at? I've got to get these guys destroyed sooner rather than later. There we go. Don't quite have enough punch to do what I want to do here, which is basically take out those guys in one shot. But we will get there. Something close to it anyway. Ooh. That teleporting shield is definitely messing with my noodle. My noggin. Alright, here we go. Alright, We're gonna go with high explosive. Nope, bad. Bouncing around is what killed me in the last round. Gotta keep myself from... Okay. Oh, that felt good. Yeah. Drop it right between his little satellite protective guys. It's always nice to... Oh, that was somewhat less good shot there. Alright, well, you know, can't go them all. Oh, and I'm going to lose all that XP. That sucks. That's just cruel. Game, why you do this? And I've fallen in. Alright, well. I fell in fairly free and clear, so. Oh, it's just a brutal loss of XP. Okay. What am I after here? Interestingly enough, not a lot of wild mods coming along. Alright, can always do with more shields. Come on. Get with the program, Code Weaver. Yeah, Warp Shield is getting a rework in the next patch. Yeah, it should be interesting to see where they take it from here. I mean, I don't mind it. I just haven't had a lot of practice with it, but I don't use it all that much. So, whether it if it changes, then I'll just learn that one instead. But right now, this is what we have. So, I've got that triple wild mod. Let's just, for giggles, just grab Discord, because that could just be fun. Not really a fire-based build, this one, but oh. All right. Definitely one of my go-to games, Nova Drift is for, I mean, sometimes for the longer plays, but it's definitely something I can pick up for like a half an hour or an hour and putz around. It's such a polished bullet spam game. So rare to feel. And it's still in development. They're still making tweaks just to get that last little bit of awesome out of it. In fact, it impressed me so much. It's not even really, strictly speaking, my style of game. I mean, I've played a few over the years, many years. But you know, I'm more sort of an RPG guy, or occasionally an FPS kind of guy. I have to admit, though, this is always a fantastic little game to play. Alright, so where am I going next? Now, our Discord gets one more for every 2 wild mods you own. So I have kind of committed myself, if I'm honest, to being wild mod heavy. So let's just start collecting some. And I kind of like Galvanic Outburst. It's kind of fun. At this point... probably Overpower is a good thing. Does not want to give me Charged Shot, though, which I find slightly annoying. Because I kind of feel that's where I want to take this build. Still not doing it. Alright, but more defensive stuff, not bad. Shield cooldown, nothing wrong with that. Incidentally, no, I'm not obviously super practiced at like maxing out every possible configuration and optimizing the route by which I get there. There's some really awesome streamers out there for that. Ultra C in particular, love those guys. They're a lot of fun. They're a hoot. But whoa. I've been playing it enough that even my intuitive mod collection has started to get upgrade, whatever you want to call it, has become good enough to good enough to die horribly. Getting cocky. paying nearly enough attention. Alright. Time to start ramping up the damage as well. While I wait for Charge Shot to come along. Drift is a kind of part RPG and part roguelike. Yeah, I guess you could call it that. Although from an RPG point of view, for me, it's I mean more things like Dragon Age and Skyrim, which I don't really put this in a category in. But I kind of see what you're saying. All right, so sorry, where was I? Although I am highly fascinated by eventually when they get a story mode in this. I think that'll make for an extra giggle. Come on. Alright. Starting to get enough. Oh, damn. Where am I? Where did I go? Okay. Whew. A little scarier than I would have liked. So a big problem with the warp is that I keep losing track of where I am, and I have problems with that at the best of times, especially when things get busy. Like, this isn't even remotely busy. This does get quite crazy, especially as you get a couple of dozen levels past Seraph. Okay. I gotta get rid of him because it's starting to get really dangerous. Okay. Alright, what can we get here? Scorching Wake is kind of fun. Improved thrusters could be useful. Don't really want to lose my armor stacks. I want to keep them actually keeping my armor upgraded. Reflexive shields. That could be good. Sure. And barrier. If your hit to your shields exceeds the threshold, reduce the damage to that threshold. It's going to be a fairly kind of unexotic build in a lot of ways. But that's also probably why I'm not actually dead yet. Ooh, that was a little punchy. That was a lot punchy. So now I don't know where I am. Oh, this is bad. Several kinds of bad with a side order of bad. Hang on. Alright. A little bit of wave clearing needed to do that. I need more. There it is. Charge Shot. Finally. Okay. Let's take full advantage of that to be able to do just a little bit more punchy action. Because I'm taking time between my shots anyway, so I might as well be charging. Ooh. 2 facefuls as I am monologuing. This is why you don't monologue. Have we not learned? Except, of course, that's more or less what you have to do on a stream, because otherwise it gets kind of boring. Okay. I'm starting to get a little bit concerned that my pizza has not arrived yet. Where are you? Can't get rid of him in one shot, but I can do it in about 2-ish. So that's not half bad. I got an upgrade pending. All right, what are we going to go after this? I'm going to actually... Oh, I'm going to refresh my browser to find out if I've gotten any notifications. All right. Note that the scepters use charge 2. Oh, that's cool. I don't mind that, actually. That I guess that kind of makes sense, right? Because they have my weapons, so... hey, if they can be more punchy, more power to them, as long as they take good, clean shots. Okay. I don't want any of these except maybe regeneration will do. I can't believe I don't have that already. Oh, this is getting a little scary. Alright, I'm just going to sit back here for a moment and let my... Or I could sit back here a moment and... Come on. And let the comet wipe everything out. That was a little bit excessive, but, you know. Alright. Always fun. I know a lot of people don't like this because it does like damage reduction and the like, but this is kind of awesome for wave clear, especially when you can only fire every so often. Being able to fill the sky with a jubilee of damage is kind of handy. Might make taking down Seraph a little slower, but... Oh, that's a little frightening. Come on. Come on. Oh, do not want to be there. It's bad. It's extremely bad. Again, with a side order of bad. All right. The only downside is the combination of charge shot and that I can't remember what it's called, the triple shot that I picked up, the one that fires 3 right after one after another, is that the delay between being able to even start charging is actually quite large. That's fine, it's a compromise, but it means that I really do have to pick my moments to actually let loose a burst, because I'm not going to get another one for longer. I mean, I blanket half the screen with explosions, and that's all fun, but... I'm really kind of a glass cannon in that respect. Mind you, hell of a cannon. Wish I could remember the way that you get to the mod that does the... what's it called? Singular Strike? I might be able to make use of that. I don't want to get this one because I really don't want to have wider spread. I've already got 3 shots going out. That's enough. Grants resistance all damage, increases crash damage, and gives it a blast radius. Maybe that gives me extra hull damage resistance. But you know what? I'm going to look elsewhere. I'm going to look at... No, I don't think so. I don't think I need that. So let's re-roll the upgrades again. I am not getting a lot of things that I really want to take this time around. Where does stabilization lead? Oh, that leads down to power reserves. Actually, I do want that because I want to get power reserves. Okay. And Galvanic Outburst. That's a good one. Because I've already got it, and so why not double up? Since I can. This is what I mean by busy, though, right? I'm going to very easily lose my ship in this mess if I don't stay focused. Ouch, ouch. Oh, this is gonna die. Or not, I guess. That's okay. Managed to fly my way out of that, which has been kind of a problem this evening. In some sense, once I get up to this point, this is kind of an easy build to play. It fits my style of sort of being kind of a sniper. There will be a point at which I merely get overwhelmed by absolutely everything going off all at once, but... Alright, next. There's actually no downside to getting a homing strike in this, actually. So... why not? Doesn't actually, as far as I can tell, decrease the damage or... and oh, hello, where am I? Lost track, there I am. Okay. That was a little messy. Homing strike just gives me a couple of extra smaller projectiles off of my sides, which have high tracking, which is occasionally useful for being able to take guys that are nearby me that I have somehow managed to not get in the rest of the blast. Okay. Next up. What is next up? Where do I want to go with this? Omni Shield greatly increases shield resilience but massively reduces the hull. I don't really want to do this, but that's an interesting idea for something that already has a fairly decent hull. Channeling causes armor stacks to improve regeneration and shield effect power. Yeah, we're totally going with that. Ooh, oh, this is bad again because I'm starting to bounce. Okay. And yet, I will eventually die because even with all the explosions going off, there's just sometimes not enough actual damage happening. Although it's nice to be able to take out, what's his name again? Scion, I think? In one hit, if I manage to thread the needle of his little orbiting defense platforms. Sorry, pausing for a second. I like this build, but it needs loaded mines for more explosions. You know what? You're not wrong. You are not wrong. If you're gonna go Jubilee, why not go full whole hog, right? Oh, am I still good? I'm still good. I'm not arguing. I did not go into this build with a specific plan as such. I sort of had it develop organically. If I planned to make an explosion build, totally with you. It's a lot of fun, especially because I already have charged shot. It makes a lot of sense. But we'll have to make this good in its own right for a different reason, maybe, somehow. I wonder what I could do to this to... So I'm kind of running out of stuff that I really desperately want. Which means that I can... Oh, I'm ready to upgrade even. I could go. You are correct. I could try to hunt down unloaded mines and try to build that up. But that could be actually pretty good because I'm doing a lot of... I'm doing a very fast like wave clear these days, so... but I don't intend to go down into siege weaponry. Sure, why not? Let's take Warpath, just for giggles. Should affect my charge up speed somewhat. Oh my stars, that felt good. Being able to take out the that sort of finger boss, little tendrils that not tendrils, but anyway, being able to do that in one shot is pretty good. I really have to learn the proper names for all these things. I kind of wish they'd like pop up in game and I could actually glance at it. But I suppose actually that would be kind of distracting. Oh, my stars is getting a little bit busy. I'm relatively glad I spent some time upping my defenses. So where are we going with this? I don't really want to take Rebuke. That's not really a path that... although core shielding, bigger armor stack duration, more hull, more shields. This guy, though, discharges your armor stacks into a powerful attack when you fire. I kind of don't want to do that. I don't want to lose the armor stacks. So I'm going to have to wait for core shielding to come up later. Don't think I want any of these. I mean, I could go mines. Totally agree. But I have decided to not focus this on a mines build. So I'm going to try to see if I can go a different path that's conceivably interesting. I am, however, an engineer. I kind of regret not taking the mines now. Alright, you know what? We're going to do a drones build. This is going to be a drones-based build. I do a lot of drones-based builds. It's actually one of my favorite things to do, so I'm kind of copping out on creativity. But since I decided to be different and not do mines for reasons that even now I can't actually adequately explain, let's see what we can do to make these guys a little interesting. See if I can survive long enough to make them interesting. It's a big problem with the engineers. It's so upgrade heavy that I may not be able to do anything useful with them before I die. Alright. Rancor. Cause damage caused from any source while charging to increase the charge. That is totally the thing I want to do. I have never taken Hidden Power. It's a little bit too frightening. Prevents you from creating... And because I'm construct heavy, it would be deadly for me to take that right now. So, where are we going with this? You see, now I can take mines, but I'm not going to because I'm gonna take the other one. I'm gonna take the drones up to some potential. The one thing I like about the drones is they kind of act as a surrogate shield. At least against some kinds of attacks. Oh, and there we go. I'm finally done. I couldn't keep it up. So there we go. I lost focus for a brief second. But that's actually not a half bad build. That was actually a lot of fun. Where did I actually get on my high score list? Out of curiosity. So we're going to do the CDW because that's what I sign whenever I do the stream. And hey, look at that! I got my top score on this build. It's not my top score ever. I've gotten bigger scores on my laptop because I usually play this there. But on this build, which I've largely this high score list, which I've largely built since starting my streaming, that is my highest score. It's not a bad one. It's kind of it's kind of a power build. Anyway, so it's old Punchy, Punchy Magoo. It's totally an Ultra C thing. I love those guys. They're absolutely fabulous. They have such a chemistry, those two. I see very few duos on YouTube or whatever doing streaming compared to singles that have that kind of gaming chemistry. They're a lot of fun. And they do such great Nova Drift builds. I am going to go and first of all check my mail to find out, because I'm going to have to hunt down what the heck happened to pizza here. My order arrived in the building. They just never bothered to text me on my phone. I love it when they don't do that. So it's been sitting down there getting cold. But that's all right, actually. That pizza is extraordinarily good. So I'm going to let everyone go. I'm going to go and collect that. And I'm going to come up, and then maybe I'll start another stream. Thanks so much for joining me, all the people in the gaming stream. I will see you next time on my next stream.